Mark Twain said it best: "The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated." Oh, come on, bro. This guy's quoting Mark Twain, and I'm just trying to watch a Laker video?
What?
Okay, maybe you got a point, but I think that quote from Mr. Clemens himself perfectly sums up what we've experienced with the Los Angeles Lakers this season. When this team was 13-20 with an injured Anthony Davis, did you really think I'd be making a video about this being the most dangerous team in the NBA playoffs? When this team was giving major minutes to Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverley, and Lonnie Walker IV, did we really think we'd be here? No, of course not. But following the trade deadline, the Los Angeles Lakers put themselves back on the NBA's radar. And yeah, it did take a little time for them to get back into the playoff picture, but they did it. Not only that, they're trending upwards and have a shot. A legitimate shot to make some serious noise this postseason. In my opinion, they've become one of, if not the most dangerous team in the entire NBA during the playoffs. The eyes of the entire basketball world are on LA, even more than usual. They are without a doubt a dangerous squad, and I don't think anybody wants to match up with them because they will not be an easy out in any 7-game series. The higher seeded teams are getting very nervous, and it's going to make for some super fun games. Guys, thanks for clicking on today's video. This is Troy. I make some of the most original basketball content that you're going to find on YouTube. And hey, if that's your thing, drop a like. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep growing this channel. Every new subscriber gets me one step closer to moving out of my crazy uncle's basement. So please help me out, pretty please, with gluten-free sugar on top. You know, just the other day, I was hitting the courts to play some basketball, or shooting some hoops, if you prefer it in its more colloquial sense. And I was discussing with some of the local round ball enthusiasts who had also descended on the hardwood about how the Lakers seemingly continue to improve in every area since the February trade deadline. Remember, this was a team that made lots of moves, and those moves have been paying off extremely well. Their defense is outstanding, their offense is firing on all cylinders, and they are getting to the free throw line at an astonishing rate. They're also rebounding like a team possessed. Little by little, they're getting to that elite status, and you know what? It could not come at a better time for the Lakers. Much of this comes with having LeBron and Anthony Davis as the focal points of your team, but we cannot discount how the other guys from the team are settling into their roles and getting more comfortable with the way they need to play. That's expected with so many new players coming into a team mid-season and having to reorient their games to fit an offense tailored around those two stars. I think a lack of balance across the roster was a major issue early on in the season, but since those problems have been addressed, there's a lot more continuity, and you can see that out on the floor. When it all comes down to it, no one wants to face a fully healthy Lakers team like we're seeing right now. And that's been the big thing with this squad. All the major players are finally healthy. As always with this team, health will be key for these guys. Hey, Anthony Davis, talking about you, man. Assuming health, the matchup with any team they face will be a nightmare. Just look at what these Lakers opponents will be facing in the playoffs. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, two of the greatest in the league at this moment. Both have been in big games and can step up on any night. Then at point guard, you've got D'Angelo Russell, who was traded back to the Lakers from the Timberwolves at the deadline. He has seen a career revitalization in his second stint with the Lake Show. The Lakers needed a guy who can play off the ball but also serve as an additional playmaker, and they have that with D'Lo. Then you've got Austin Reeves, or as I like to call him, the artist formerly known as Hillbilly Kobe. He is the new golden boy of the league who can shoot it from deep and gives much needed floor spacing, even some playmaking too. Rounding out the starting lineup, Jared Vanderbilt does the dirty work inside, and he's made a name for himself as the ultimate glue guy. You also want to check out his MySpace page for a good follow. Off the bench, you have guys that bring all the specialties that will be needed for a team to advance far in the playoffs. Rui Hachimura would start for a lot of teams. He's the kind of guy who brings the ability to score the ball, play some smart ball as well. Troy Brown Jr., when he's on, is what you want in a 3-and-D player. Then Malik Beasley, he can bring the threes. You know, it's not crazy to think that he could have 30 in a game if he's feeling it. And let's not forget the German Rondo, Dennis Schroeder himself. You know, he might not make the best decisions when it comes to contracts, but hey, Po Buddy's nerfect. The Lakers front office even went out to sign Tristan Thompson and Shaquille Harrison to bolster their defensive presence. Tristan Thompson especially brings toughness, championship experience, and a love of all things Kardashian. So that says to me this is a guy who fits in LA. And then with Harrison, the last time the Lakers had a guy named Shaquille on the team, they won some championships. So they're like, what the hey, why not? Shaquille Harrison, you're on the team too. You know, that gets me thinking. Hey, Kareem Rush, are you busy these days? But anyway, I think the role players is where it will be determined just how far this team can go. Not a surprise when you're in the playoffs and the opposing team scouts your players like Shannon Sharp scouts his sweater collection. So a couple questions. Can a guy like Austin Reeves still produce when teams are targeting him game after game? Can D'Lo make the necessary adjustments when a guy maybe like Ja Morant is going at him and looking to score every trip down the floor? And then what about their coach, Darvin Ham? Will this rookie coach really be able to make the right decisions when every possession counts and more experienced coaches are poking holes in his defensive schemes and offensive sets? Making adjustments within a 7-game series is much different than when you're playing the Hawks on a Tuesday night in February. Those are the types of things this Lakers team will need to figure out over the course of a 7-game series. And to use an expression we've heard 1,000 times, time will tell, but the Lakers are in a much better position than I think anyone could have imagined. A team from the play-in tournament has never made an NBA Finals. Will this be the year? Could be. Because with offense, defense, shooting, depth, and 2 superstars, this Laker team is one that could go all the way. At full strength, they are legit terrifying. Who knows? We could look back in a couple months when the Lakers are in the Western Conference Finals and say,
how did we not see this coming?
Because that is something that could for real happen. But I want to know what you guys think. Tell me in the comments, how far do you see the Lakers going in the playoffs? What kind of run can they make? And what are the keys for them to make a deep playoff run? Be sure you comment below, like and sub if you're new. Appreciate you helping me support the channel. And if you have watched to the very end, show me you are a true Laker fan by commenting Mo Bamba 43. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the Half Court Report.